Hello. Did you know that boxing is one of the oldest sports in history?
There's even evidence of this that dates back to ancient Mesopotamia and Egypt around 3000 BCE, where depictions of fistfights were found on carvings. But the Greeks turned it into a sport by including it in the ancient Olympics around 688 BCE.
And that's a long bloody time ago. I mean, back then, boxers didn't wear gloves. They just had leather straps to protect their hands. In the modern era, boxing was revolutionised in the 18th century by James Figg, known as the first heavyweight champion of England. The introduction of the Queensberry rules in the late 19th century, which required gloves and introduced timed rounds, shaped boxing into the sport that we recognise today. So it got me thinking, who would win a bout between the 2024 undefeated unified heavyweight champion Oleksandr Usyk and Rocky Balboa? Now, let's see what the Matrix thinks. Rocky versus Usyk. Now, being an 80s kid who grew up on the Rocky series, perhaps I'm going to be a little biased, but I honestly believe that Rocky has been in there with the better opposition and has proved time and time again that he is able to overcome all odds. And not to mention, by Rocky 22, he was boxing aliens up on Venus.
Hello, Master Vinny. I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
How's it going, mate? So tell me, Rocky versus Usyk, who wins?
The data has been gathered and thoroughly analyzed. The results are now prepared and ready for your review.
Let's do it.
Today, we're matching up Oleksandr Usyk, the highly skilled Ukrainian southpaw and 2024 heavyweight champion, against the Italian Stallion, Rocky Balboa, the legendary brawler from Philadelphia. We'll be breaking down this epic fantasy matchup into 4 key categories, deciding who has the edge in each one before finally declaring a winner. So without further ado, let's get started. 1. Technical skill and style. Usyk is one of the most technically skilled fighters of his generation, known for his footwork, movement, and defensive agility. He's a southpaw with a high fight IQ, constantly adapting to his opponent and throwing from unexpected angles. He excels at reading opponents, outmaneuvering them, and maintaining a tactical edge. Rocky. Rocky is a relentless, come-forward fighter with incredible resilience. He's not a technician in the ring. His strength lies in his heart, stamina, and sheer toughness. Rocky isn't known for high-level defense, but he can absorb an extraordinary amount of punishment and keep pressing forward. Edge. Usyk's technical skill would give him a clear advantage in the early rounds, likely allowing him to keep Rocky at bay with movement, angles, and precision punches. 2. Endurance and conditioning. Usyk has proven endurance, often stepping up his pace as fights progress. His conditioning is world-class, as seen in his bouts against Anthony Joshua, where he maintained high output and sharpness even in the late rounds. Rocky. Known for his legendary stamina, Rocky can endure long, grueling fights without losing determination. He went the distance with world-class opponents like Apollo Creed, Clubber Lang, and Ivan Drago, taking immense punishment but coming back for more. Edge. While Usyk's conditioning is elite, Rocky's superhuman stamina could give him an advantage if he's able to drag the fight into the later rounds, especially if he can weather Usyk's early precision and stay on him. 3. Power and toughness. Usyk's power at heavyweight isn't his defining characteristic. He's a volume puncher who breaks down opponents with sustained accuracy and consistent combinations, rather than one-punch knockouts. He is, however, extremely tough and has never been stopped in his professional career. Rocky is famous for both his punching power and his iron chin. Though his boxing technique is less refined, he makes up for it with devastating hooks and uppercuts, and he's taken beatings from some of the most powerful fictional heavyweights around. Edge. Rocky's power and resilience could be a wild card, as he can take Usyk's shots and potentially land one of his own with fight-altering impact. 4. mentality and adaptability. Usyk's ring IQ is outstanding, and he's proven to be adaptable, especially against challenging opponents. He's calm, composed, and approaches fights strategically. Rocky's mentality is his defining trait, his refusal to quit even when severely outmatched. He fights with heart and determination, even if it means walking through dangerous shots to get his own punches in. Edge. Rocky's mentality is something that Usyk would have to contend with. He would be dealing with an opponent who doesn't tire mentally or physically. But Usyk's intelligence and adaptability could allow him to adjust and keep Rocky from finding a consistent rhythm. After analyzing every key category, the verdict is in. And the winner, Oleksandr Usyk.
What?
Usyk's elite technical skills, footwork, and defensive ability would allow him to control the fight, staying on the outside and outpointing Rocky Balboa over the course of the match. Rocky's relentless pressure and iron chin would make it a battle to the very end, but Usyk's superior ring IQ and precision would likely carry him to a clear victory. That said, Usyk has shown some vulnerability to body shots in past fights, and Rocky Balboa is an expert body puncher. If Rocky could focus on the body and exploit that weakness, he might slow Usyk down and drag him into the kind of brutal inside war where Rocky thrives. And here's the wild card. If Rocky managed to turn this fight into a brawl in the later rounds, with Usyk worn down and cornered, Rocky would likely win by stoppage. But for now, I'm giving the edge to Usyk by decision in what would be an absolutely unforgettable fight.
I still think Rocky does him.
And that wraps up this episode's fantasy matchup. Who do you think would come out on top? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit us with any other fantasy matchups you'd like to see us break down. If you loved this video, remember to like, share, and
obey.
Subscribe for more alien wolf invasion matchups, game reviews, conspiracies, and much more.